Hi, how you doing? My name's Katie. I work at Katie's Homemade Kitchen with my lovely children. You've got Alara stood over there behind the camera. And this is my son Bear, who helps me with the cooking at the kitchen. I don't know if any of you have been to see us. You might have come along when we did the youth cafes. If not, come and see us sometime. Say hello. Right, today we are going to do a breakfast dish for you. We're going to do a smoothie, and that's going to be made with these lovely fruits here. Not these, none of this stuff. That's for the omelette. My son will be showing you later. With the vegan yoghurt. And I'm a vegan and I prefer that, but you can use any yoghurt you like. I'm also using coconut milk. Again, you can use any milk you like. Dairy milk, almond milk. There's lovely milks out there. Okay. The smoothie is going to be apple, banana and mango. I've chosen some ripe bananas because they're a good base for any smoothie, and they're really, really sweet, so you don't need to add any sugars to it, so it's quite a healthy option there. I'm going to show you, I started off peeling this mango, and then my lovely daughter Laura said, why don't you show them how to peel a mango, Mum, because you might not know. You probably do, but you never know. So, just gently, so you see where the skin is, I'm cutting not deeply into the mango, just taking off a little bit of that skin, as thin as I can go, to save the flesh. Alright, there you go. In the middle of the mango is a nice big stone. Okay. So you kind of cut just off to the centre. Of the mango, you're kind of cutting around the giant stone in the middle. Right. Trying not to lose too much. When the kids were little, I'd cut the mango and then I'd just give them the stone. They'd run off and happily enjoy eating what they could off the edge of it. But I'm going to be a bit as tight as I can here and get as much as I can off it for the smoothie. Okay. We make loads of smoothies here at Katie's Kitchen, and we use kiwi fruit, we use peach, we use grapefruit, we even use lovely things like kale, spinach, avocados. So we do all kinds of things in our smoothies. So you can too. You don't have to do what I'm doing here today. Alright, you could look at what fruit you've got. And the riper the fruit, to be fair, the much nicer your smoothie is going to be. Okay? I'm just going to cut it for a minute and go and wash my hands, and then I'll be back out. So I'm back over here. This time we're going to start with the base of the smoothie, which is the coconut milk for me. If you look at the recipe sheets that we got sent out to you, it should say 200 ml. There you go. You see on there? 200 ml. Which is out of a litre a fifth. Yeah? So you didn't know you were going to do maths this morning as well. Pour your milk, your base. You could even do mango juice, apple juice, orange juice, whatever you want as well as a base. It doesn't have to be a milk, okay? With a cake or when you're making biscuits, you should really follow a recipe. But when you do something like a smoothie or the omelette or a lot of the stuff that we're doing, you don't have to. You can make it your own, okay? So that's probably about a fifth of that, which is half a litre. Okay, so we need 100 grams of the yoghurt. Vanilla yoghurt's really nice, I like it. There is a plain yoghurt that's really nice as well, but the vanilla yoghurt has a little bit nice flavour to it. Okay, so put your mango that we already cut up in. Get yourself a banana. Take the skin off. And then slice the banana carefully so you don't cut your thumb. The banana's very soft, so you don't have to put a lot of pressure on it to slice it. Kieran, my son Bear, will be showing you how to slice vegetables on the omelette very safely next. Okay. Now, if you haven't got one of these amazing machines, you can use a stick blender, okay, to make this. And you just put it into the jug and whiz it through. Alright. But we're lucky enough here to, because we make smoothies every day, to have one of these lovely machines.
ice creams in here. We here at Katie's Homemade Kitchen, we put things like chocolate bars through them. 12s, I think we've got Kit Kats, Terry's chocolate orange, loads of lovely yummy things that you can add to smoothies. Okay, but we're going on a healthy option. So, of course, with a lovely fruit. Now, to finish off this smoothie, we're going to decorate them with some fruit sticks. And how I'm going to make these, using a toothpick. Right, it doesn't have to be blueberries, it can be grapes, it can be raspberries, whatever you want, whatever you've got to hand. Okay, and you can do them however you want. I'm going to do 3 different things here. Little blueberry one. A nice big fat strawberry one, like a lollipop almost. Sitting in there. Okay. I'll cut this one up. Again, strawberries are soft fruit, so it's easy to cut through. Please be careful. I'm using any knife any time. So I'm going to do a strawberry, blueberry. I'm sure you could be much more imaginative than me. Strawberry and blueberry. There you go.
Hi, my name's Kieran, and today I'll be showing you how to make an omelette in a couple different ways. I've got all my ingredients prepared here in front of me. I have a red onion, a pepper that's been washed, a chili, some mushrooms, some new potatoes here, but they're pre-prepared. They're boiled for about 15 minutes and then sliced up. Got some leftovers from Sunday roast. And we've got my eggs, my cheese and my seasoning, and my measuring jug for my eggs. So I'll start by slicing the onion. Just want to cut it in half. Take the top off. And just peel the skin back and peel the first layer off. And there's a couple ways you can do this, but I'm going to dice this one first of all. So you just want to make incisions. Make sure you keep your fingers tucked away so they're flat against the knife. Your thumb must be behind the fingers at all times. I'm just going nice and slow to show you. You don't have to be too quick. You just want to be careful. Just dispose of the end. And just place them in a little box or a bowl, whatever you have, and just put them to the side. I'm just going to slice this other half. Same thing, just slice both ends off this time. And keep your fingers flat again. And you just want to slice. Thinnish slices. I'm going to use this in my omelette, so I'm going to just use about a quarter of it. And then just keep the rest. Put that in with your diced onion for now. I put that to one side. And then you slice your pepper, put it down on a flat side so it's stable. And just slice the sides off. Place it on that flat side. top. And you just want to slice the membrane off. Just be careful with when you do this. Just go carefully. There you go. We're just going to slice this similar to the onion, just in slices. Try and get them fairly thin. Put your peppers in a bowl, your leftover peppers, and stick them out of the way. I'm going to slice the chilli next. These are all optional, you can choose whatever veg you like or take out whichever veg you don't like. I'm going to leave the seeds in, but you can take the seeds out. I'll just do half this chilli, put it on the flat side, or the flattest side it has. So I'll put it like this. Just slice it like that. 2 or 3 mushrooms should be fine. I'll leave it at 2 mushrooms. Place these in a box for a minute. Just keep everything nice and tidy and clean. Right, next I'm going to crack my eggs. You want 3 eggs. And about a tablespoon of butter. And you just want to give it a good whisk up. You want the butter to melt sort of with the eggs because it makes it nice and creamy. Give it a good whisk for about 30 seconds. You're going to need a spatula for this. You just want to make sure your pan's preheated on a medium-low heat. Pour a little bit of oil in there, about a teaspoon. Just cover the pan. Just pour all your eggs in at once, and once you pour them in, make sure you don't stop the eggs moving, keep them moving around the pan. It's alright if you get a little bit up the side, just try and bring it back down. Want to move it around for a minute so that it starts cooking and scrambling like that. Just pull it all to the middle. You just want to let it cook for a minute. There you go, just leave it like that for a minute. You can put some seasoning in at this point. A little bit of salt and pepper, a generous pinch, and just leave it like that for a minute. As you can see, the egg is cooked through now, it's not moving on top. You just want to lift up one side of the omelette, make sure it's not stuck to the bottom of the pan. You really want a good quality non-stick pan really if you're making omelettes. And you just want to fold it in on itself like that. Just try and be gentle with it. And bring it over to your plate. Place it. Just Just going to finish it off with a little bit of fresh parsley. And there you go, there's a plain omelette there. I'll be showing you how to make a omelette with the veg that I sliced. Next I'm going to be showing you how to make a vegetable omelette. So I'm just going to pour all my veg in at the same time. And the new potatoes that I cooked earlier. You just want to turn these up to more of a medium heat. Just give them a stir. If you can't do that, just use a spoon. Season your veg a little bit. A couple of pinches of salt and pepper. And you want to cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes. Keep your eye on it, keep it moving constantly. Right, now the veg is nice and cooked through. It's been on for about 5 minutes. You just want to add your eggs in. Same again, just add them all in at once and keep them moving. Might be easier with a spoon than a spatula. Whatever you can utilise really. Just keep it moving, keep it moving. Now shake it to bring it back to centre and just let it cook. Make sure the heat's on low. You want to be gentle with your eggs so you don't make them chewy. Just going to let that cook for a minute. Right, now your eggs are cooked through. You can see on top it's a little bit runny still, but that's alright. Just grab a little bit of cheese. It's optional. Just put that on. And same thing again. Grab one side of your omelette, make sure it's not stuck. And just bring it over. There you are. Just finish it off with a little bit more salt and pepper. And a little bit of parsley. There you go, you've got a veg omelette and a plain omelette and a smoothie to go with it. Okay, thank you for watching today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Next week we'll be making a falafel and hummus wrap with a mint dressing.
With a salad with a lovely mint and lemon dressing, yeah. Okay, that looks and smells delicious, Kieran. Really does. I hope you enjoy your breakfast. If you've made some out there, and please, if you want to, take pictures of what you made or little videos of what you've made, and you can send them to us. Follow us on Instagram at Katie's Homemade Kitchen or on Facebook at Katie's Homemade Kitchen. Any questions you've got as well, please message us. We'll be happy to answer them for you, help you out in any way. And we look forward to next week's lesson, which will be falafels and hummus wrap with a nice salad with a mint and yoghurt dressing.